Judy. How are ya?
This is Deirdre.
Hey, and we're in the soaring line. But when we're not watching Mama run out of the soaring fast line, we go geeking on Walt Disney World with Kurt and the whole Geekin family.
Hey, Disney World geeks, Curtis Stone here, and welcome to episode 424 of the Geekin on Walt Disney World podcast. This week, I'm bringing you a Geekin Roundtable with 4 listeners who've never been on the podcast before, including Leah Layman, Claire Johnson, Clay Greene, and Donnie Hebert. And I've been having fun chatting with Disney World fans and geeks like these guys for over 7 years. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. Over 7 years ago, I started the podcast with my daughter, Lindsay, and began by talking about our Disney World trips. And then we brought on you geeks to tell your Disney trip stories. And you're so positive, caring, and generous. The listeners are awesome. And we do encourage a family atmosphere here on the podcast. And before too long, they were calling me the Podfather, and I continue to bring on the listeners to tell their Disney World stories. We'd love for you to join our Geekin family. We've got an amazing private discussion group on Facebook. Search for Geekin on WDW Family. Look for the group and ask your questions there. It's a busy, fun, and really engaging experience on our Facebook group. You can share your trip pictures too. We see a lot of our geeks are down in the parks now, and they're sharing their experiences, and we love it when you guys do that. And you'll get lots of information when you join our private Facebook group. We're also independent Disney authorized travel agents with Fairy Tale Concierge. Thank you so much for booking your trips with Mama and Auntie Judy. They'll help you out to book those trips and your room and your park passes, dining reservations. Yeah, they're there to help you out. We love working with you guys. Contact them through email, travelandtiaras@gmail.com, and check out the show notes and you'll see their email as well as mine if you'd like to reach out to us to talk about your next Disney World trip. And Mama has been suffering from a nasty cold. She's starting to feel, I think, a little bit better. I think we'll bring them back next week to do a segment with them, talking with the Traveling Tiaras. This week I'm giving them another week off, but we've got 4 listeners who've never been on the podcast before. Yeah, I reached out to do a roundtable. That's where we ask them a bunch of questions, and I'm so excited to have some new people on the show, including Leah, Claire, Clay, and Donnie. We're going to review some of their fun Walt Disney World facts about them, and this was recorded before the Genie Plus without some other more information that's coming out. And somewhere along the line, I was talking about the rope drop, the extra time that resort guests get in the parks. And I can confirm 30 minutes extra time is awesome. And they let you in early into the parks too, since I was down there in October, which was before this recording. But they also are going to cover their favorite resort, restaurant, and snack. So you're going to get lots of information. I asked them, what's something you heard on the podcast that worked out really well for you? You'll hear us talking about Rise of the Resistance, which does not now have a virtual queue. It's really only available for Ratatouille, the virtual boarding pass. So you can still use those techniques. But Rise of the Resistance, you can get by purchasing that Genie Plus. Well, actually, that one's an a la carte. You can buy Rise of the Resistance a la carte. Now, if you wanted to do that with the Genie, you'll hear us talking about that lots of times. Trey Nolan gave us a question, and I actually got a chance to meet Trey when I was down at Disney World recently at the boathouse. But he gave us a question. What's your favorite rest spot, shop, restaurant, and entertainment in EPCOT's World Showcase? One of my favorite parts of Disney World. Love the answers there. And what's something special you've done in the past that you'd like to do again? So fun questions for the roundtable. And I really enjoyed chatting with Leah, Claire, Clay, and Donnie. It's great to hear from some more listeners on the podcast. And I welcome you too to chat with me about your Disney World vacation. Well, this is something I've been wanting to do for a while, which is to get to talk to some listeners that have never been on the podcast before. So I'm really excited to bring 4 of them on. We're going to do a little round table. I got some questions for them. We're going to get to know them a little better. So let's get started. First, I got Leah Layman is here tonight.
Thanks.
Hey, Leah, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks. Been listening for a few months now, and it's exciting to be talking to everybody now.
All right. Well, we're going to bring on everyone else. Then we're going to get to know you guys a little better. So we also got Claire Johnson here with us.
Hi.
Hey, Claire.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. How long you been listening to the show?
I've been listening about a year, I think.
All right. I'm glad. Thanks for responding to my request. I put a question out there out into our private Facebook group. I had a really good response. I was like, wow, I have like 12, 13 people that responded. So you guys are the first group. I'll get to the others. I don't know when. I'm going to Disney World, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to schedule all this stuff. We'll get it done. Let's bring on this guy. He's been around for a long time. Hey, Clay Greene.
Hey, geeks.
Hey, Clay.
Hey.
How you been? Now, you've been around for a long time listening to the show, right?
Yes, absolutely. I was actually looking back through our old instant messages between each other, and the first one was December the 8th, 2015. So
2015, like 6 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Wow. You must like the show.
Love it. Listen to every time.
I'm so sorry that it's taken so long to get you on the show. What happened?
Well, I'm typically just a wallflower, so sticking in the background.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. And then we got one more listener here, Donnie Hebert. Hi, Donnie.
Hey, geeks.
How you doing, Donnie?
Doing well. Been listening for about a year and a half, so
all right.
Looking forward to tonight.
That's funny. You just said, I said I got some new listeners. You guys have been listening for a little while. Oh, in the background. I'm so sorry that you haven't been on before, but this is exciting to bring on some new people. There's only 52 weeks in a year, and I only do the show once a week. So you're 4 of 52. All right, let's get to know you guys. So Leah, I had these guys do the typical Geekin thing, which is send me in some fun Disney World facts. And I am searching. Yours are are you a pixie dusted kid?
Yeah.
Okay, pixie dusted kid. And upgraded to the Contemporary's penthouse, and you're still waiting for the chance to go back. Oh, as a kid that you got pixie dust.
Yeah. We went, my mom and I and her friend and her 2 kids went for one of our birthdays, and, 5 of us roll up and check into our standard Contemporary room, and the lady, this was years ago, but the lady said, hang on 1 second. And
I like that.
And then next thing we know, we're being escorted up to the Contemporary penthouse suite, and it was amazing.
That's right. I don't even know what's at the penthouse suite.
Well, it's huge. There's a huge living room, a huge dining table that seats about 12. There's a kitchen. There's a balcony that overlooks the lake and all the fireworks. There's a separate bedroom. I remember maybe a personal butler or something, but again, it's been a while. I was about 12 years old when it happened, but That's still pretty magical.
That would stick in my mind for sure. That's great. We love to get upgraded. My listeners often get upgraded. My mom and I she even says, how come we never get upgraded? I don't know. That's really nice. And then you think the glimpse inside Space Mountain from the People Mover could be the best part of any ride. Yes. Did you ever go in there when the lights are on?
I've never seen it when the lights are on. No.
That's where I thought that was coming from, because someone posted in our group, like they had, who was it? I want to say it was Travis Dietrich. Somebody just recently posted some pictures, and it was the first time they ever went on People Mover, which was surprising to me, a longtime geek. And then the lights were on.
Yeah, that would be amazing too. But just, I don't know, you go from that world where you're outside and then suddenly you're seeing inside a ride and watching people about to blast off. It's really cool part.
We often hear from geeks, the People Mover is one of their favorite attractions, which that's when I know I got a geek, when they say that. For sure. And then you'd love to live at the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. How come? Is it because it's in the Magic Kingdom?
Probably because it's inside the Magic Kingdom. Yeah, I could ride the People Mover all night long.
Just crash?
Just crash. There's something about it that's just really makes you feel like a little kid, and you feel adventurous, and I don't know, weather's typically pretty good down there in Florida, so yeah, it'd be a nice place to live.
You got to work real hard to get back home, though, climbing up the stairs.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool thing. A lot of people kind of skip it probably because you got to work it.
Yeah, I really like it, though.
Some people say it's fun when the fireworks are going off, too, to go up there.
Ooh.
Watch them, right?
I haven't been up there when that's happening.
There you go. Little tip for you. All right, thanks. And we're going to talk to Claire. Claire says she once rode 6 rides with her in the first hour of park being open during spring break. It was so crowded. Before park being open? That's pretty cool.
Within the first hour.
The first hour. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
I looked at my watch on Small World at 9:00 and I was like, this is ride 6. And I was very proud of myself.
That is a geeking thing. Rope drop, right?
Yeah. And that's one of the things I learned from you all. I'm super strategic about it when I go. And so I had mapped out exactly where I needed to go and was literally like sprinting between rides to make it happen.
I think that's still going to be true once they get this Genie system up and running. I
hope so. There's like a sick pleasure in that.
Well, yeah. And, they announced a half hour for resort guests too, a little extra early, right? So I think that's still going to be a way to beat the crowds. So you said your husband and you had no intention of going to Disney on your honeymoon, but there was so much rain where you were in Florida that you drove to Disney for something. That's a geeking thing right there.
Yeah. He didn't really want to go, but I mean, it was miserable. So we were just like, we have to go do something. So we drove up to Disney for a couple of days and then followed the sun north. But we spent a day in EPCOT and a day in Hollywood Studios, and I thought it was great.
Yeah. What do you do in Disney World? That always floored me when I first went my first time, like all this ponchos. I was like, I would never do that. But of course.
Yeah. We had to wear ponchos, but at least there was things to look at. We had gone to like just a pretty remote beach, like down towards Naples. Yeah. And we were just staring at each other.
Yeah, might as well stare at each other in Disney World.
Exactly.
I know. It can be fun with the ponchos. You just gotta.
It wasn't bad. We made it.
Did it rain like hard the whole time? Like one of those torrential?
Yeah, it did.
Like it's not good.
It rained a lot.
This isn't going to stop, is it? All right. And you figured out you might be pregnant after experiencing motion sickness for one of the only times in your life after riding Space Mountain.
Yeah, I went 2 years ago on spring break. I'm a teacher. I got off Space Mountain and I was like, that's really weird because I don't really get motion sickness. I don't feel great. And then I started thinking about it and I was like, oh, well. And so I bought a onesie on my way out that night and I put it on my daughter the next year. Brought her back to Disney Springs.
That's the first time I heard that one before, Claire. That's a new one on me. I mean, I get motion sickness, but I never thought that. Oh, nice. Very good. Great to meet you, Claire.
Yeah, you too.
And Donnie, grew up with the movies as a kid. Your mom helped you to collect the VHS tapes of movies. Oh, your mom's gone. I'm sorry about that. And but you still feel I just had a trip report. Disney brings a lot of emotions, doesn't it, Donnie?
It does.
You remember things with people that might have, gone on past us.
The interesting thing with that, Kurt, is the fact that my mother, we never went as kids. I'm one of 7 kids.
Okay.
So, it costs a lot to take 7 kids. So we never went to Disney growing up. But my mother, that was her way that she made me feel special, is between her and I, we collected all the Disney movies.
Yeah.
I actually still have a whole bunch of them upstairs in the VHS. No VHS player, but got the tapes. you know?
Absolutely. We hear that a lot. And I just had this conversation with someone. Disney is a very emotional place. It makes you think of these things. I was talking with someone whose brother died of cancer, and they used to go to Disney World together. And then, you know, going into that Galaxy's Edge, and he was a big Star Wars fan. So it brings those emotions for sure. Well, you started to go to Disney as an adult, just like me, but you did something I didn't do. You deployed to Afghanistan. So you were a Marine, right, Donnie?
That's correct. I deployed to Afghanistan. And one of the things a lot of people don't realize with the deployments for the military is, as the service member, we're just going to do our job.
Yep.
So as far as all the sacrifice you hear and everything, that's not on our end. That's on the family. And at the time I had 4 kids.
Wow.
And for their year of daddy being away, I decided I was going to take them to Disney World. And it was also going to be my first time at Disney.
Wow.
Ironically, I had an opportunity to go to Disneyland prior to that trip, just after we had gotten back to the States. And I declined it because I wanted my first time at Disney to be with my kids. And we had that trip planned. So
how was that trip, Donnie?
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, just to be able to take the kids and see all their reactions. My youngest daughter's reaction to all the characters, because she was only a year and a half,
okay.
Not even.
Yeah.
So it was great just to watch her just take in all that magic, and then the older kids as well. But I mean, my favorite memory is watching my little daughter run up to Pooh.
Yeah.
You know?
Awesome. I'm loving this. This is great. And then, so you and your kids did an impromptu 4-park Friday, 4 parks in one day on your second trip. That's fun. That's tough to do, right?
Yeah, it is. You know, the way that came about though is we did a trip where it was basically an adults trip. My wife and I went down by ourselves.
Okay.
However, my sister volunteered to go down to Disney too. Yeah. And watch my kids.
Oh, okay.
Because my wife wanted to do an adults trip, but I was one of those people that said, you know what? You can't go to Disney without bringing the kids. So my sister gave us the opportunity to take the kids. She had them in her hotel room. Basically, nice. They were there with Auntie Byrne the whole time.
Nice.
My wife and I went on to Avatar Flight of Passage for the first time. And when we got off the next day, first off, we waited 3 hours for that one at night before we got on it.
That's tough.
But when we got off, I looked at my wife. We were supposed to go to Universal the next day. And I went, would you be heartbroken if we don't go to Universal? She goes, why? I'm like, because I want to grab the kids first thing in the morning, rope drop, and get them on this ride. So we did that. And then after that, we didn't have anything planned. So we just... From there, we decided we're going to try to hit every park and every form of transportation in one day, and we did it.
That's fun. I like doing those too. That's a geeking thing for sure to do. Donnie, thanks for your service. Thanks for coming on the show. We're going to have some fun tonight. And then Clay Greene, former college program cast member. When did you do When did you do the college program? My daughter, you probably know, of course you know, my daughter did that 2 tours of the college program.
She's more powerful than I am. It was a good experience. I was there in 2001. I can remember. I think my first time to Disney was probably 1991, somewhere in that ballpark. My mom took me and my brother and one of my cousins to experience the parks, and went there. And I immediately said to myself, I was like, "Man, I really want to work here someday." So I kind of made it my life mission, even though I just wrapped up my last semester of college, to say I want to go do my internship here. So
nice. That's
how I ended up at the college program.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to get into. So congratulations on that. They don't take everyone. I know. Absolutely. It's a tough program to get into. And then you got lost in the utilidors once and popped out in the Haunted Mansion ballroom on accident. Now you got to explain that. Can you really come up out of the floor into the ballroom of the Haunted Mansion?
Well, so if you were, in your dune buggy and you were right in front of the, where they're dancing and all that, the big room.
Yeah.
over to the far right-hand side, there is a door that leads into that little area so that I guess the maintenance and all that can get inside.
Mm-hmm.
So I was down in the utilidors, and I think this may have been my first or maybe second time ever being in there.
Yeah.
And typically you would make your typical turns, and then there's a spot where you would come out properly, and I kind of got turned around somehow, and so next thing I knew, I went up these little steps and opened a door, and I looked over to my left, and there was a bunch of people in the dune buggies looking at me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get fired. Yeah, it was not a good experience, but
you ended up being a surprise ghost at the Haunted Mansion.
Pretty much.
That's cool.
Number 1000.
I did one of the tours, and it was the Marceline the Magic Kingdom tour. I don't know if you remember that one. And they did a backstage of Haunted Mansion. So that door you're talking about, in terms of, we didn't come up through the floor, obviously, but they took us in the maintenance way. And it looks like you're like in a back factory somewhere. And
yeah.
Yep.
And all the utilidors down there look like that. There's just pipe, concrete, and it's really hard to tell where you're at. And next thing you know,
smell of grease.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So that was a pretty cool tour that I did not that long ago. And then, you must love the Haunted Mansion because you wrote it. Are you counting? You're on 47?
So I had when I was a cast member there, I had one of my roommates. We had a competition going on because we were both big, huge Haunted Mansion fans. So we kept a ticker of how many times we wrote it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had been constantly talking backwards and forwards of how many times we've been writing it, and I was able to secure 47 different times during the time I was down there in order to be able to fill my championship.
So you never get sick of it, right?
Oh, absolutely not. I love it. I don't care if it breaks down and I'm sitting in the middle of an area for a long period of time. The music is great and the effects are just phenomenal. So yeah, it's one of my favorites.
I like when they do those parties, those extras that you pay for. The one time I was on that ride, they let us go around my wife loves Haunted Mansion. Like, you want to go around the second time? You just sat in the dune buggy and went around the second time.
Yeah.
All right. All right, dude. I'm so glad you got on the show finally. I don't know what took so long. My bad. All right. Where's Leah? We're going to start out with your favorite. I got to get to know you guys a little more. So what's your favorite?
Okay.
Tell me your favorite resort, restaurant, and snack, and why.
Okay. Well, I feel like I should preface this by saying I grew up about 30 minutes away from Disney. So I went to Disney all the time as a kid. We had annual passes, and
nice. And
then I went to college and I ended up moving out west. And so it's been a long time since I've been to Disney World. I have a trip planned over Thanksgiving, and I've been listening to the podcast. So I've got lots of big plans for my next trip.
When was the last time you were there? How long ago?
I think it was, I bet it was 13, 14 years ago.
That's significant. Yeah. Some things have changed, I can probably tell you.
I've heard about the big changes.
They're changing now, too. So we don't even. It's changing with that Genie program. We're all got to figure that out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll have to report back on that.
Absolutely.
But as a kid, or when I used to go to Disney all the time, the Polynesian is the absolute favorite resort. I always, yeah.
I'm a fan.
I just always felt like I was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean on some island, really on vacation. And there used to be this place called the Neverland Club that I would go to as a kid.
Yeah.
That I don't think it exists anymore, but
no. That
was a really special place for kids to go, or for me to go.
Your parents could drop you off, and they had babysitting basically too. So you got, even though you lived really close, you got to stay at the resorts a few times.
Yeah, we would do some overnights there on the weekends. Yeah. Just kind of resort hop. I learned my best resort hopping from my parents.
Nice. Yeah, the Polynesian, it's hard to beat. All right, good choice. Yeah. How about, you got a favorite restaurant?
I do. So I remember my experience at the Rose and Crown in EPCOT I went there a couple times. I just love it. I love that you can get a Scotch egg, and then you can also get a curry.
That's funny you talk about Scotch egg, because Kevin Curtis Allen, He started that. We've got all these little
Yeah.
Clay knows. We got these weird things that come up on the podcast. I don't know where that started, and then just this past weekend, Glenn Kessler was at that Renaissance fair. He did a geek meet and he was showing Scotch eggs. So that's the reason why they got him, because of the podcast. So that's funny you said that. I never heard of them.
Yeah.
They're great though.
Yeah, me neither. They're really good.
I like the concept, right? It's like egg.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a sausage around an egg. Is that what it is?
Sauce. I think it's sausage. Yeah.
Like
around
breaded
that.
or something
And then
too.
Fried.
Yeah. Can't beat that.
And then the view from that restaurant, I think, is so nice. And it's sort of a sleeper restaurant, but I always really liked my times there.
Well, you probably heard us talk about the dessert party or dinner party we did for the fireworks party, and they're bringing that back.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes.
Just don't book it when the night I'm going to be there, everybody. But other than that, you can book it any other night. It's going to be popular. It's a great chance to see. I got good reports of the Harmonious last night too. Our friend, everyone's shaking. Yeah, they kicked it off last night.
I'm looking forward to seeing that in November when I go.
Well, we're going to talk about this, some stuff you heard on the podcast. Is there a restaurant you're looking forward to try when you're down there in November?
Yes. I think I'm most excited to try Topolino's. I've heard so much about Topolino's Terrace.
Yep, that gets a lot of.
I didn't even know the Riviera Resort existed until I started listening to the podcast. And so hearing a lot about Topolino's, how delicious it is.
Yep, me either.
So I snagged a character breakfast reservation at Topolino's.
Just bring your wallet. Warning there. Good one. And how about a snack? As a kid, what are kids like when they go to Disney World?
So as a kid, our tradition on the way out after fireworks, we'd always stop in one of the confectionery shops on Main Street and get a cupcake.
Oh, yeah.
So here I was eating my cupcake on the monorail back to the parking lot.
Nice.
So I think it's got to be classic cupcake on Main Street.
They're epic. Good choice. Well done. Good start. All right. Let's bring Claire on. Same question. Favorite resort, Claire?
Well, let me preface by saying I've only stayed at 3.
That's
and I've stayed at...
What's your top 3 resorts at Disney World, Claire?
Exactly. I've resort hopped a lot, though. But I've stayed at a value, I've stayed at a moderate, and I've stayed at a deluxe.
All right.
So
that's good.
You can probably guess that my favorite one was the deluxe resort I stayed at, which was Wilderness Lodge.
Which did you do first? Did you move your way up or did you?
I did.
All right.
I did. I started at Pop Century, and then I stayed at Coronado, and then I stayed at Wilderness
So
Lodge.
is it hard to go back to the value after you stayed?
I can go back to a moderate. I don't know if I can stay at Pop Century again. But when I stayed at Pop Century, it was before the remodel. So maybe it would be better now. But
before the Skyliner too.
way before the Skyliner. So it was a little rough then.
Wilderness Lodge is the one you stayed?
Yes, yeah. I love the Wilderness Lodge. We took my daughter this summer. My husband and my daughter went, and it was just perfect for a little one too. It's so calm and peaceful. Yeah. Like you don't feel like you're in the masses.
Yeah.
And my husband doesn't like crowds either. That's definitely not his thing. He's a begrudging Disney fan. So it was just so nice because we could come back and it was peaceful and you didn't feel like there was anyone there. And
it's true. That's the one thing I've said about the difference between the deluxe and the all-stars and pops and stuff. It's the crowds for sure.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Well, the majesty of the Wilderness Lodge is pretty sweet.
Yeah. And it's not huge. So you can just kind of walk around and.
Oh, I love it. Oh, you're bringing me back. Yeah.
It's nice.
Very good. All right. Favorite restaurant?
I had a hard time with this one. But I think I'm because I've eaten a lot of places like one time. Yeah. So it's hard for me to say, I've been to this one multiple times and it is amazing. But we had a really great meal on our honeymoon at Le Cellier.
All right.
And so I think I'll go with that one. We are big steak lovers. So we rank the steaks we eat all over the place. And that one's still pretty top tier.
Awesome. I'm a big, I don't eat a lot of steak at home, but I love doing that down at Disney World for sure. Where's another good steak place? Number 2.
Our favorite one's it's a local place here where I live in Kentucky.
Well, I mean Disney World. I can't go to
Disney World. Oh, yeah.
I won't be going to Kentucky soon.
Oh, yeah.
I think Clay's in Kentucky. Are you in Kentucky, Clay?
Yeah, I'm in Louisville.
Oh, I'm in Lexington.
There you go.
Oh, okay. So right in between us is Tony McDaniel.
Yes. You can have a Kentucky geek meat.
That's right.
There we go. Oh, another good steak at Disney, though. We had a really good one, sadly, on the last day that the wave was open in July.
Well, we're going to get a report on the new, oh my gosh, you guys remember the name of the new one? Something
71.
71, Steakhouse 71, yeah. Judy's going there with a bunch of geeks.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
If I could look at my phone, I'm linked to her. I could tell you when, but I'm not gonna. But that's cool. I'm sure they'll. Yeah, obviously, steak is in the name, so. The beef down there is so good at Disney World. I always love it.
It really is.
Yeah. All right, you got a favorite snack?
Yes, my favorite snack is, I don't know if this counts as a snack or like breakfast, but I'm going to go with it. And it's the Sleepy Hollow waffle with the Nutella and the fruit.
All right. That's, unique and popular. Good one.
So good.
I'd like it too if it didn't give me hives. I'm allergic to the...
Oh, well, don't eat that then.
I like the chicken waffle sandwich there, though. The spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah, for sure.
Good job, Claire. All right, Donnie, I think you're up next. You got a favorite resort?
Our favorite resort, now, just like Claire, I haven't been to that many. Most of them have been the moderates.
All right.
However,
moderates are
my
great.
favorite resort is actually the Arts of Animation.
All right. That's kind of moderate in some extent because I got suites there too.
Yep. And that's what we ended up staying in. See, the downfall to us is we have 5 kids.
Yeah.
So it's a total of 7 going in. We're either going into a 1-bedroom suite somewhere.
It's an awkward number. I get it. Yeah.
Or the family suites at Arts of Animation.
Yeah, that's tough.
But, what I really like about Arts of Animation, and this isn't a popular view, but it's Disney in your face.
Yeah. No, you know, people like theming. That when they ever say I like the theming, it's usually because of the character theming, and yeah, it's all Disney everywhere.
Yeah, it's exactly what I liked. Especially we have my son. He's about 20 months right now, and when we took him down in April, he loves cars. And they have that whole car section with all the characters.
Absolutely.
So he was able to go and essentially meet and hug. Yeah, all of his car characters, so he loved it.
I always said that about the values. The kids are going to love it. Even Pop Century with the big Baloo and all the it's great. Good.
I made my point to go over there and see Baloo at Pop Century.
There you go. Yep, and you got the Skyliner now too. So we love them. I'm staying there. I've stayed there a lot. I've stayed at Pop a lot. I only stayed at Art of Animation one time because my flight was canceled at 2:00 in the morning, and Art of Animation was the room we got at about 5:00 in the morning. That's a whole nother story. All right, favorite restaurant, Donnie?
We've actually eaten at quite a few of them, but mine is not going to be at a park or resort. It's going to be at Disney Springs.
Oh, there's a lot of great ones there.
And it's going to be Raglan Road.
Oh, wow.
My wife and I go to Raglan Road every time. We love the music.
Yeah.
And the bangers and mash are awesome. So
I'm glad you're saying that. You know, I went there many times just for drinks. Like I can remember going to conferences and going down there and I love Irish music and the pub and stuff. And I only recently ate dinner there and really enjoyed it. So the geeks have told me all the time that they love the food there. So the food's good.
It is, it's Irish food, so it does take a little bit of getting used to if you're not used to it. Yeah. But
it's not in the light. It's not the light kind of fare, right?
Right.
Beautiful, good one. I like to hear those Disney Springs. Disney Springs, don't you just love it? What they did down there? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you'd seen it before, but they just the reimagining they did at Disney Springs is just fantastic. I don't know, Leah, if you've seen it actually, the new one.
I actually have. I went to see my folks who still live in Florida a few years ago, and we went to Frontera Cucina, I think.
Oh, yeah,
the Mexican restaurant.
Okay, good.
So, yeah, I've been there. It's beautiful.
Yep, agreed. All right, Donnie, we got to get your favorite snack.
I'm going to go with the old cinnamon roll, and it doesn't matter which one, either Gaston's cinnamon roll or the Colossal cinnamon roll. I'll take either one.
Hey, Clay, you see how we reel in our listeners? We talk cinnamon rolls, you know.
Food.
What is it? That's funny. It's funny. It's always been one of my favorite. I always like baked goods like donuts and cinnamon rolls. That's like my, I don't know, my kryptonite. But it's funny how other people parrot that back to me. But they got some amazing ones in Disney World, right? You ever have the colossal Mickey head?
Yes, we have.
All right.
And again, it was really good. You know, you can't beat a good cinnamon roll.
I got to tell you, Garden Grill. Have you been to Garden Grill yet for breakfast?
The only time I've been to Garden Grill, they weren't doing breakfast because that was a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, you had a trip a couple of weeks ago. Nice.
Yeah, it was a small trip where it was just me, my wife, and one of my wife's friends because we're down in Florida visiting my daughter who currently lives down there.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
I'll give you a tip because you're a good friend of the podcast. Get the breakfast there, and then when they bring you out the monkey bread, it's like this big pan of cinnamon rolls. Take the middle one. Be the first one to grab the middle one, all right? There you go.
Nice. Have you heard any rumors on when they're bringing breakfast back?
No, I've not. You know, it's funny. Disney keeps a lot of things close, even as the travel agent cruise. When something comes out, they pretty much tell it to the whole world, right? They don't really tell, because they can't, because no one keeps a secret. Those travel agents would never keep a secret. They'd be telling everybody. So, yeah, they keep it pretty close to the vest. Good job. All right. The crowd goes wild. And Clay, what's your favorite resort?
I would have to say the Contemporary. I've only stayed at a couple of the hotels down there. So we stayed in the Contemporary back whenever I made the trip with my mom, brother, and cousin. I love the proximity to the parks, having the monorail running right through the middle of it there. Just phenomenal. I've stayed at Pop Century before, and I mean, after you've stayed at the Contemporary, it just pales in comparison. So it was pretty amazing. Fun fact, actually, when I lived in Tennessee, growing up, one of the hotels that I worked in, I used to be in hotel management. I worked for Hyatt Hotels, and there is a hotel there that the Contemporary was actually designed off of the A-frame build of it, right on the Tennessee River. So in Knoxville.
Nice. Good fun. I love the fun facts. Thank you for that. All right. Have you eaten down at Disney World?
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite restaurant?
I would say probably Citrico's at the Grand Flow.
I've not done that one before. Tell me about it.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, it is exquisite. The food is just phenomenal. The service absolutely will blow your mind. It is more of one of the fancy kind of restaurants and all, but the food, it'll blow your socks off. And it's like little pieces of art whenever they bring it out. So
what would I get if I went to Citrico's?
Oh my gosh. Start out with, they have an awesome charcuterie board as your appetizer.
Like that.
And then I had, I think it was steak, and the steak was just, you cut it like butter with your fork.
Oh, you're killing me. Yeah.
I
think they have surf and turf too. Don't they have a lobster on that menu?
Yeah, I believe so.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. I've never eaten at that one, or what's the other fancy one there in Grand Flow? I've never done either of those two.
Yeah. Give it a try if you get a chance, for sure.
Oh, I love trying them. All right. Let's try your favorite snack.
I would say the carrot cake cookie. I love those.
Nice. Another one of my favorites.
Absolutely.
Tell everybody what the carrot cookie is.
Oh my gosh. So the carrot cake cookie is you have a piece of almost like really thick carrot cake with some beautiful cream cheese icing in between, and then another piece of carrot cake. And if you're diabetic, you're going to fall over in a coma. But it's a beautiful thing.
Huge. And there's another new one that's been coming up on the podcast that I've never had, and it's called the Wookiee Cookie.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
At Hollywood Studios. I've heard it. It's at the Backlot Express.
Huh.
And it's oatmeal with the cream filling.
Ooh, that
right?
Good.
Right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like going, yeah. That one's got my name all over it too. I got that's on my must-do list for my trip coming up. Good job, Clay. These guys are geeks, I can tell. We're going to keep on going here. My first question for you all is what's something you learned on the podcast that you tried at Walt Disney World that worked out really well for you, or something you want to try on your next trip? And I think, Leah, you're back up.
Am I up?
Yeah.
I have a couple, so I hope it's okay to share a couple things I've really learned.
Absolutely.
The first is that I guess when I used to go to Disney all the time, making dining reservations wasn't a thing. And so I learned that you have to wake up really early in the morning.
Yeah.
And prioritize your dining choices, and you got to just commit to it and hit it. Yeah.
Hit the button.
refresh your app. So I was able to get Topolino's. I was able to get Beaches and Cream. I was able to get the inside Mexican Pavilion restaurant.
Nice.
All thanks to the geeks.
All right. I'm happy about that. Yeah. Can you believe people go down to Disney World without a plan? I mean,
no.
Just wing it and wonder why they're not having a good time. Yeah, you gotta
they must ride just a few rides and eat just quick service, I guess, or popcorn.
You gotta do your research, and this is the number one tip we get on the podcast over and over and over again: is you gotta have a plan, but you gotta keep it kind of loose too. You can't keep it. You can't like have it full, and you just can't do everything. So
exactly. And so one thing I've learned from the podcast is, I have this list on my phone, and after every episode I'll update the food list, and so I have a whole list of the foods that I want to try on my trip. But
I'm very proud of that, Leah.
I have so many on the list that if one's not available or one line is too long, I can be flexible. I can just keep moving right down my list. So
I've learned, try this too, because I've been trying this. I'm going down a week from today. And I'm looking on the app right now and seeing what's available like for tomorrow, and seeing, look at this one popped up, like the Beaches and Cream popped up. I gotta remember that when I'm down there, because there's one night, Sunday night, I'm kind of on the fence. If something pops up that I want, we might do it. I'm gonna keep it kind of loose, but you can always try that. You got a better chance to snag someone that dropped it, and then you got maybe that night to use it too. So. Yeah, work the app too. You said you had a second thing that you wanted to mention.
Yeah, well, the virtual queue recommendations from Glenn.
Yeah, those were great.
The virtual queue is definitely a new thing for me at Disney. I wasn't going when that was the thing, so I'm really excited to try and get.
Actually, Rise of the Resistance are not doing that anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, so you just learned something.
Stand in long line?
It is.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, it is. But it looks like the line's staying around an hour. So rope drop it.
But Ratatouille is still virtual queue, right?
Starting tomorrow will be.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Donnie. I wasn't sure. Yeah, it's just opening actually for the general public. So we've had some people go for DVC and annual pass kind of previews. Yeah.
Right.
Good. Well, stay in touch with us.
Any ride that's virtual queue, I'll be ready.
And definitely not just the podcast, but our private Facebook group is a great place to go in and get up to date what's going on for sure and ask questions. Good job. All right. Claire, what's something you learned on the podcast you tried that worked out for you?
I'm afraid mine's going to be a little bit of a repeat, but I did just want to reiterate how wonderful your Facebook group is.
Right.
Because with the Rise of the Resistance boarding pass, I panicked because we were at Wilderness Lodge in July and my service is horrible.
That was you?
Awful. That was me.
I remember that posting.
And so I posted and I had like 50 comments of people trying to help me. Glenn Kessler himself sitting there like, here's how you run this internet speed and how you check it. And so we were successful. I did get boarding group 49 and it was an amazing ride.
What did you end up doing? Using Wi-Fi?
No, I ended up driving around property the night before trying to figure out where my signal was best. Figured out that it was best in the parking lot. And so I just walked out to my car and did it.
Oh my God.
I was prepared to drive to the boardwalk.
That's what he did. He went to I remember him being at the boardwalk, sitting there at the boardwalk. and
They
saying,
have great service there.
well, no, but you know what he was doing? He didn't end. Yeah, they do probably, right? He walked to the park from there, so he'd get there early and
Smart man.
I was afraid he was going to give you that advice, which might have been logistically
I might have
that
done
easy.
it. We had one day in Hollywood Studios.
I remember that post. That was awesome. You're right. There was a lot of
it was
help.
amazing.
All right, that was awesome. Did you have something else?
I was just going to say the general food recommendations. I feel like I've used every time I've gone in the last year or so. So
Have we steered you? We steered you wrong at all?
I'm trying to think.
Well, she's going to be honest.
My favorite one. So Auntie Judy recommended the Crystal Palace, and I had never heard great things about it, but she was like, no, it's really good. And we took my daughter there in July, and it was like one of the greatest experiences of our trip.
Oh, good.
So,
yeah, that is the tough thing about, everyone has their own personal preference, and you get some, I like to say which ones I usually get mixed reviews, and, your mileage may differ. Sometimes you'll go to a place and it'll be a horrible experience for whatever reason. And I say, try it again. Cause there's probably some place we've been in and we've had good experiences too. So I think our opinions are usually pretty honest from our guests.
They're solid.
Yeah. Thank you so much. All right, Donnie.
Yeah. Mine's going to be a repeat again because it was Glenn Kessler all the way.
I'm going to give Glenn a big kiss when I see him next time.
Helping us to get on the Rise of the Resistance ride.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing. And then seeing, I said that one. The other one is just to go full stink.
Full stink. Did you know what that was when you first heard it?
Yeah, actually, I've heard it before outside of the group.
Really? Because the woman who said it originally, she's from Canada. And I asked, the first time she said it, I said, did you just say full stink? Because I didn't think I heard it right. Clay's probably remembering this going back that long, right, Clay? And I had to ask, I think I had to tell her, I said, can you say that again? And Christy Diane, her name is in the Facebook group. And so it stuck. And I was like, I think I asked her later, I said, did you make that up? She said, yeah, it just came out. So I don't know. Someone else might have took it from us, Donnie.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've heard it before. I don't know where. But the last tip I got from you guys was actually going to Gaston's Tavern to get the cinnamon roll.
All right.
I always did the Colossal Mickey Head before, but...
Oh, you found that first then. I didn't know about that one. That was a new one on me.
No.
Colossal Mickey Head, yeah. The Gaston's is a famous one, for sure. Good deal. Clay, well, you've been around for a long time, Clay.
Yes, I have. And yeah, I don't want to not wanting to sound like an echo chamber here, but it's Kessler, man. I'm telling you.
That Kessler dude.
That Kessler guy, I'm telling you. The stuff that he recommends has been phenomenal. One of them, I remember he talked about the hidden menus at the different restaurants that you can order weird foods and stuff. So I haven't done it yet, but it's on my list of things to do.
Yeah, All Star Music was one of them.
Yeah. I know that they have some interesting sounding foods there. So definitely want to give that a try at their little, and I think those just reopened. I thought I saw a posting earlier today. So
they had, it was a viewfinder.
Yeah.
It was an All Star Movies, and it was a menu, and you remember that thing you had as a kid, the little thing where you do you hit the little thing and the pictures would come up, and that's how you'd pick. And they had speaking of cinnamon bun, it was a cinnamon bun burger was the hidden menu item. Yeah, Donnie's like, you kidding me?
About that.
I was like, cinnamon, I don't know. That sounds kind of, but yeah, I had it one time.
Was it good?
Yeah. Surprised. We just had someone on the podcast talking about a donut burger or something. Like, what?
Oh, I've seen those.
Yeah. They have, I think they have it at EPCOT. Is it for Flower and Garden? They had it, I think, something. I don't know. Somebody had it.
Yeah. And that, and so, and I also used his recommendations on the being able to get virtual queues when I was out in Disneyland 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
It was lifesaver, absolutely, to be able to get both the Rise of the Resistance, and even the new Spider-Man ride that they have out there in Disneyland.
Oh yeah.
I use the Kessler trick and followed it step by step. And I think one day I had maybe place number 5 or 6 out of the whole group. I mean, it was just instantaneous. So yeah, his recommendations on how to trick the system, phenomenal.
He's gonna have a big head. All right, good job, guys. he's all right in my book. All right, let's go on, Leah. We're gonna go over to World Showcase. This was a question from Trey Nolan, who every time someone comes into our private Facebook group, we have a bunch of questions. One is someone will ask him, "What do you want us to talk about in the podcast?" And this was his question. So you guys are helping out Trey. And it's, what's your favorite nook in World Showcase to sit, have a snack, and a rest spot?
I like the area in the United Kingdom Pavilion. It's almost like a garden, and it feels like a park in the middle of a park.
Right.
And I can remember grabbing a pastry from France, and we would walk over to this quiet area in the UK Pavilion and just relax a little bit, catch our breath, make a plan for the rest of the afternoon. So I would say the UK Pavilion is my favorite nook.
That's a good strategy. Get your bakery snack over at France and bring it to the UK. Yep, one of my favorite places. Then what's your favorite shop in the World Showcase?
I think my favorite shop is that open air market in the Mexico Pavilion.
Oh, yeah, right.
So just the whole interior of it, when you walk in, and it feels cold, which is typically pretty nice for a hot Florida day. And they've got just really beautiful handicrafts, and it's just fun to poke around, look at all those little trinkets that they have.
I don't know if you guys know.
I like to say Mexico.
My wife likes to collect those animales, the little wooden carving animals that they do there. She's got a ton of them. We've bought her over the years. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I love the Mexican Pavilion. And then favorite restaurant in World Showcase?
Well, I already talked about that I love the Rose and Crown, but number 2 would be the Mexico, the San Angel restaurant inside the Mexico Pavilion. I just think it's kind of mysterious with the water ride and the Mayan or Aztec pyramid, and low lighting.
It's beautiful.
Delicious food. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Love it.
So I think at the end of a long, hot day in EPCOT, there's nothing better than just relaxing and then maybe take a boat ride after dinner.
I love it. That's one of
Mexico Pavilion.
Probably my favorite pavilion. And then you ever seen any favorite entertainment? What would you like to see for entertainment in World Showcase?
I like the drummers in Japan.
Yeah, they're coming back. I just saw that.
Yeah, I
announcement.
think they were all female,
yes.
Which is a really cool thing. All these small women banging on these big drums, and it was awesome. I would always make a point to go see the drummers.
Just announced they're coming back, so we're excited about that.
Great.
All right. Claire, what's your favorite nook in the World Showcase? Sit, have a snack, and rest.
Well, let me preface by saying I have not spent tons and tons of time in the World Showcase for whatever reason.
Oh, we got to fix that.
Yeah. I know, I do. I think I figured out just 3 times. But I think thinking back to my time when we went to Le Cellier, the Canada Pavilion is beautiful.
Yes.
So if you walk back into those gardens and the waterfalls and stuff, I think that's beautiful. And there's not really anyone back there much.
We just said that on the podcast last week. Not many people go down there.
Yeah, but it's super nice back there.
It's cold. Talk about it's like
it's nice to get a beer at the Canadian beer cart, and you can kind of walk back there. It's very pleasant.
I'm with you. They got good popcorn there too, like a maple popcorn.
I have to try that.
Nice. All right, and then your favorite shop in the World Showcase. Do you remember going shopping there?
Well, so here's another thing. I'm not a huge merch person.
Yeah.
So I don't very often go in gift shops. And the only gift shop in this is awful. The only gift shop in World Showcase I've been in is the one after Frozen when I took my daughter in there. And so it seemed great. There was a large Elsa presence there, which thrilled her to pieces. So that's about all I got on shopping.
The Norway shop, which has, someone just posted in our Facebook group, Gear. Is that his name? I should know his name. But he's the guy that does the perfume. It. Yeah, Gear.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Someone posted, we joke about Gear because they have a great perfume there called Layla. That smell is Layla, which my wife loves. I love that perfume, actually. All right. So then, did you ever do a restaurant in World Showcase?
I do have a good one for this one.
All right.
Le Cellier, obviously, but I don't know. I haven't listened long enough to figure out the origin of this joke or the bit about Spice Road Table. But I adore Spice Road Table.
You mean the inside joke from the podcast?
Yeah. Oh. I can't figure out if someone actually likes it or hates it.
I'll tell you, the inside joke is that everyone comes on the podcast, seems like this year or very recently, and loves Spice Road Table. So some of it goes back to when it first opened up. We were all excited about it, this restaurant opening up on the water in World Showcase. And we all wanted to go. And when we walked by, there was nobody there. And we kept hearing about nobody going to Spice Road Table. So that's part of the joke. And then I kept asking my wife and Judy to book that for me as my restaurant. And there's this whole story about them tricking me and changing it, and we'd end up not doing it. So I've never been there, but listeners have all told me how great it is. So that's the inside joke.
Well, I will back them up because I had the most fabulous experience when we were there. I had sent my kid home with my husband back to the lodge to take a nap. And I just enjoyed some kind of chicken that they had and a hummus plate. And they have amazing mimosas, and got this great seat right on the water, cooled down in the air conditioning. There was no one in there, which might be part of the problem. But it was such a nice experience, and the food was so good.
I love you're adding to the mystique of this, which is constantly happening. I'm going to do it for G3. I think I'm excited. They have announced that one to be one of the restaurants and what do you call it? Dinner fireworks package.
Ooh, they would have a great view. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So good.
I don't even have to do it and tell you. I highly recommend that because we did it at the Rose and Crown, and it was like one of the best things we ever did. So nice. Well worth it. You get a great seat, have a nice meal, kind of walk out after everyone's left the park. Yeah, definitely do that. Good one. And did you see any entertainment in World Showcase that you liked?
Oh, I love the Voices of Liberty.
Oh yeah, good one. Aren't they great?
They are. So I love choir music and a cappella music. So
my daughter too.
They're so fabulous. I love it.
You know what they did
for a long time
during the COVID? They were playing at the theater and doing.
Yeah, that's when I saw.
Did you see them doing? Oh, did you see them doing like the Disney classics and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, aren't they great?
Yeah, so amazing.
All right, choirs. Which singer was like the most outstanding of the choir for Voice of Liberty? Do you remember who stood out the most?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Was there for the overall experience?
It was the soprano. Like I recorded them with my little recorder, and my daughter was always a singer in high school and stuff. She did all that choirs, and I played them for her. I said, Lindsay, you gotta listen to this, and she was just. I mean, the soprano is just unbelievable. She's like, they focus on her a lot.
Up in the rafters.
Oh my gosh, she's amazing. I think they have a couple of them too. They're just really good. Awesome. Good job. World Showcase is probably my favorite place in Disney World, so I was glad for this question. All right, Donnie. You got a favorite place to chill at World Showcase?
Well, as far as my favorite nook in getting out of where everybody is, it would be the UK pavilion over by the gazebo. And that's specifically because that's where we always see Mary Poppins.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's true, too. The little garden there, too.
If you're talking to have a snack or a drink, In Germany, it's right on the main drag there, though. You have the train station in the garden.
Yeah. Yep.
And that just brings Walt to you while you're there at Disney with the train. And it's just beautiful to watch that train just go around the tracks. And it seems like it got bigger from the last time I was there. I don't know why, but it looks like they expanded some of the track. I don't know if they did, but
they should. It's a hobby, right? It was one of Walt's hobby. That's what you're referring to, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Very unique spot.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't run around Disney World and not check out all these little special places, right?
No, not at all. And that's when you're going to miss real easy, because even though it's right there on the main,
yeah, people just walk by it.
Right. You walk right by it and not even see it.
I agree.
You know,
don't do it.
It just looks like a flower bed until you look quickly. You know, and you see that train going underneath the tunnels and stuff.
Pretty cool.
But
favorite shop?
My favorite shop is going to be in Norway.
Just like Claire.
Now, there's a couple reasons I like the Norwegian one. Main reason is because I've been to Norway.
Oh, cool.
And it reminds me of going to Norway. It has all the NY trolls in there. I don't know if you remember seeing those.
Yeah.
But most importantly, and you're going to find out I'm a kid at heart, is they have the giant troll.
Yeah.
You know, me and my kids, we always go over there. We give him a big hug.
Pick his nose.
And then we got to pick his nose. Got a picture every time of us picking his nose.
Put on the hats.
Yep. So that's our favorite shop to go in. And
you're getting photobombed there.
I am. That's my youngest daughter, the one who saw poo.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so that was... But yeah, so as far as shop, definitely the Norway one. And that's probably because I don't actually do shopping.
Right.
You know, I like to play, and that's the one you can play in.
That was the funny thing, Donnie, when I was first going to Disney World. Like you, I went as an adult. My parents were pretty strict with me. I can remember my mom yanking me through stores and don't touch anything, don't play with anything. And then at Disney World, you go there and everybody's playing with all the toys in the shops. I thought that was unique. Good stuff. Yeah, you got to do that. It's fun.
Yep.
Favorite restaurant in World Showcase?
Well, we've only eaten at actually 2 in the World Showcase, so not a lot of choices. My favorite one there is going to be Akershus, even though it's not open right now.
Yeah.
And again, one of the things about Disney World that I really like is seeing it through the eyes of your kids.
Yep.
So where they had the princess meals, it was always good to go talk to the princesses, interact with them, be a goofball with them, you know, have the different reactions. To be honest, that one was so long ago, I don't remember how the food was. But if I was going to say today, it would be Beer Garden.
Oh, yes. That's my favorite.
And the food takes a little getting used to if you're not used to German food. But the show is amazing.
Yes. It's a lot of fun, right?
Absolutely. I got pictures of my son, you know, jamming along with the singers and everything. Right. You know, and that's what it's about. It's about having a
big
great
party.
time.
Yeah. It's a big Oktoberfest party going on in there.
Yeah. And when we go to restaurants, we look for the experience restaurants, not so much the food.
Yeah.
I mean, food is great, but you're going to get good food almost anywhere in Disney World. So you might as well look for the unique experience.
That's a great point. That is, you know what? I don't know that anyone's ever said that, but that's so true. There's so many unique experiences. When you take that one, for instance, I'm thinking other ones like Sci-Fi or the
50s
prime time. Yeah, there's some places that you just don't get an experience. Skipper's Canteen with the puns and jokes and stuff. Yeah. Or the character meals, obviously, and all that stuff. Great point. It's so obvious, but I don't know that it's been said directly. Look for those experiences beyond the food. I don't know. I'm kind of food focused, but I know what you mean.
Don't get me wrong. I like the food.
Yeah, I like German food too, though.
if I'm going to pay what I'm paying at Disney World, I want the experience to go along with it.
So true. That, especially with the kids. And how about that beer? Where can you get that big liter of beer? Nowhere around here. Good job. All right. And then your favorite entertainment in World Showcase.
Mine, again, it's going to go because of a memory. It's the cooking jaminators.
Jaminators.
Yep. Because when we were there this last time a couple weeks ago, I had my son. He was walking with us. And again, he's an 18-month walking, and he was just dancing and jamming out to them playing. And then I would get close to him and start jamming with him, and he'd be like, nope, I'm going a little bit further. He'd walk away a little bit more and then start jamming some more. So, it's all about the memories that you get. Yeah. And they give the opportunity to have those good memories. Yeah. Whereas the other one I like is the chair stacker.
Yes.
He's not there right now.
Right.
But you don't get the same memories from that one as you do something like the Jaminators.
Yeah, they have
any of the musical one.
And you can get involved in the entertainment. Jaminators would do that. I know I've gotten involved. They'll bring someone from the audience, and you can, both of those entertain. I love all the street entertainers. I always stop for those. Love it. Good job. All right, so
the kids let us stop.
That's right. Clay, what's your favorite place to hang out at the World Showcase?
I would probably say over in Morocco, there's a large, water bubble thing that's right there. It's got seats all around. It's blue.
Yes.
It's a fountain.
Yeah.
Typically on a hot day, you can go back in there. It's pretty shady, and then the water helps cool things down a little bit as well. So grab a little snack and chill out back there for a little bit.
That restaurant is one of my newfound favorites. It's a little closed right now. They're doing food and wine festival stuff, but we were talking about Spice Roundtable, but that Marrakesh is a good place to eat too and sit on that little wall. I know what you're talking about. It's cool there too.
It's just a little nauseous there. Yeah, absolutely.
Very good. How about your favorite place to go shopping at the World Showcase?
Well, I could say Norway, but that's actually my wife's favorite because of Gare. But I would probably say the Crown and Crest over in UK Pavilion.
Which one's that?
There. It's the one that's kind of hid away in the bag, but they have where you can go and find out the genealogy or the path of your name and things along those lines. It's got lots of the suits of armor and all kinds of wonderful stuff like that, and Doctor Who and tea and everything else. So
Beatles t-shirts.
That's right. I keep looking for Kevin Curtis Allen back there, but I've yet to see the great sighting of him.
I know when you can see him. February, G3.
That's right. That's what I hear. I'm gonna have to see if I can make that somehow happen.
He did a tour. It was pretty cool. He pointed out all of the things that were inaccurate about the pavilion to us.
Oh yeah. Every time that I see Marmite in any of the grocery stores, I take a picture of it and post it in the group.
Oh my gosh, he's a character.
He is a trip
for sure. All right, and where was I? We got the favorite restaurant at World Showcase.
Yeah, I would say Teppanyaki or the Tokyo Dining for the hibachi.
Yeah.
I love hibachi and the Disney twist that they put on the food as they're cooking it, either making Mickeys that are on fire or big pits of rice with Mickey in it. It's just gives that extra kick.
The Space Mountain they do?
Yeah, I've seen them do Space Mountain before as well. And,
onions, stack up the onions and they pour the oil inside.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, good one. Favorite entertainment in the World Showcase?
I would say Voice of Liberty. I really enjoy the harmony of all of them singing and how they sound. Second close would probably be Mexico, Donald over there. Getting to see him. So,
he's a great character, the Mexican Donald. I love the Mexican Donald. He's so happy, right?
That's right. Yeah, he's a party on one.
I love the Mexican Pavilion. I'm excited. I was looking at the entertainment. My favorite entertainment, I love all of it, but I love it when they have concerts for the festivals in the American Pavilion, that stage. And they did announce for the fall, they've got bands, like local bands coming down. So I'm excited to go have a drink and hang out at the venue there and watch some music. I've always I'll be like, I don't know if I want to see this band. I'll sit down and listen to them. I'll be like, this was great. I'm glad I did it. So I love live music. Good job, guys. Last question. Ready, Leah?
Ready.
What's something special that you've done in the past at Walt Disney World and you'd love to do it again? You preparing? What's your must-dos for this trip coming up?
Well, I'd love to be pixie dusted and get the penthouse suite again. That would be amazing.
Or anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, anywhere. Must-dos for my upcoming trip. Definitely got a huge food list to get through. Want to go around the World Showcase. Maybe do a little resort hopping. But one thing I'd really like to do again, I remember going to the luau at the Polynesian.
Ah, they canceled that.
Oh, forever?
I think so, yes.
Oh, so, okay. In my dreams.
Yeah. That is, I've heard that is gone. That's another inside joke from the podcast. I'll spare you the whole story, but we had a bad experience there.
Oh, okay.
Although Judy went there at our honeymoon back in the 1972 or 71, and it was fantastic too. So, no, a lot of people liked it.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is something I've never done before, but I really want to go on Mine Train.
Yes. So
that's at the top of the list.
Yeah, there's some rides that were not there when you were there for sure, like the Mine Train.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the Mine Train is going to be like?
I hope it's going to, well, I don't know exactly what it's going to be like, but I think it's going to be in the dark and maybe almost like Thunder Mountain, but with some dark features.
Yeah, some animatronics.
I'm not really sure.
All right, I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it. You didn't look on YouTube yet, did you?
No.
All right, good.
Didn't spoil it.
You're not going to spoil it? I remember it getting hyped up a lot. I thought it was going to be bigger like the Mine Train. So it's not bigger than Mine Train, or it's not bigger than Big Thunder Railroad. It's cute. It's really cute though. Definitely get on that.
I'm going to rope drop it.
Yeah, it's hard to get on. Even rope droppings can be tough. So,
well, we're staying at Pop Century.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get that extra magic hour or a half hour.
Yeah, go for it.
And we'll just
definitely, if it's a priority, do it. Yep.
Sprint.
For sure. Who knows what the Genie Plus thing will do for us too? That'd be one of those ones you probably have to pay. If you wanted to pay extra, you probably get on it with the Lightning Pass too. I'm sure it'll be up and running by the time you go. And you'll be hearing all about it here.
Right.
So, all right, Claire, what's something special you've done in the past you want to do again?
They're not running right now, but I love the tours. I've gone on a couple of those. I've done Behind the Seeds in EPCOT, the Land Pavilion, and that was so fascinating and so interesting. I'm a science teacher, so I geeked out all day. It was amazing. I think it wasn't that long of a tour, maybe just an hour or so, but
$20 too.
So interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was a great value for a tour.
Yeah, it was like $30. It was
$20
fabulous.
when I did it.
Oh, was it? Yeah. Yeah. I love Living with the Land is one of my very, very favorite rides. And so it was just like this natural little progression. We literally got off of it, saw the little sign, and we're like, oh yeah, that's happening.
Yep.
And so
tell you about the bugs that
I don't remember anything about bugs.
Oh, they were telling us about the little bugs that eat all the bad stuff, that was a big part of the beginning when I was there. Yeah, it's going to be different no matter any of these tours. They're going to be a little different.
Yeah, ours is a lot about hydroponics, and I came home ready to build one in my backyard. So
yeah, right. I have fish tanks here in my. Sometimes I take the water from my fish tanks and feed my plants and think about that.
Oh yeah, it's super cool. I did Keys to the Kingdom as well, and that was amazing.
Don't you think that's the one I always recommend people if you're going to do one?
Absolutely,
start with that one.
I can get real nerdy and into at Disney World fascinates me on a lot of levels, but one of them is just how it works and how many just people there are. Yeah. And so I'm just fascinated at the fact that they've built this city in the middle of Florida that all these people flock to. So it really fed that part of my curiosity. And it was just fascinating.
And then they take you down into the utilidors, but I'll give you some advice. Don't get lost and end up coming up inside of the haunted mansion in the ballroom scene. Okay. Don't lose your party and get lost.
They kept us pretty tight.
Although you'd have a cool story for a podcast.
That would be true. That's true. It would be cool. But...
You did go on the Utilidors though too in that one, right?
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. And you can see all the, characters without their masks on and, Tinkerbell like wearing a jogging suit. So it's a little bit of a magic spoiler if you're into that, but
it's only for adults.
I think you do have to be 16 to go.
Yes.
So
there's an age. Yeah.
Yeah. They serve you lunch. I think it's $100, I think, but I mean, by the time they give you lunch in 5 hours worth of a tour, I felt like that was a fantastic value.
I love it. Did you do any other tours?
No, those are the only two I've done.
All right.
I love them both so
Let's
much.
all hope they come back. And
yes.
I would definitely recommend any of them. I've done several too. They're all good. Good times. All right. Donnie, what's something you've done before or something you want to do again?
Well, Kurt, this was a hard question when I saw it. And the reason for that is because the first thing that came to my mind is Fort Park Friday.
Yeah.
Because we had an awesome time. It was exciting. But then you stop and you think and you go, wait a second. That was an experience and a memory that we have that, it would be great to reduplicate it. But you know what? Living up to the expectation would be very hard. And then you're concerned about it diminishing that experience.
Yeah, I get that, especially for that one. Unless you could come up with some kind of, do like a scavenger hunt or something. If you come up with other rules and make it fun too.
And I think that's exactly it, is we got to find something else to create another experience.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we look forward and would like to do is, like you said, create an experience outside of just the Fort Park Friday that we did.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
Because the rides are great. The restaurants are awesome. But you know what? At the end of the day, that's not what we remember.
It's experiences. Yeah.
The first trip I went to, and I was very sad on my second trip. We went back to Animal Kingdom on my second trip, and Pandora was built because it wasn't there the first time.
Uh-huh.
And if you remember what was there beforehand, it was the character meet and greet.
Yeah, Mickey's.
All the characters all in one place in their safari outfits.
Yeah.
And I remember watching my kids go up to Mickey and Minnie and Pocahontas and Miko and all those guys. And then to see that gone for Avatar, Flight of Passage, I was like, oh, this stinks.
Oh,
and then I went on Flight of Passage and I was like, okay, well, that's a memory we have. We'll keep that one. Now we'll have a new one.
Oh, I tell you, my wife is the worst. She when they take something away, she's sour grapes for it for a long time. It's hard for her to warm up to the new things. She likes the old.
Well, the one thing I wish they would do is keep the condensed character meet and greets.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to do that with your kids now. If that's what they want to do, is just go to the characters.
You know what they did
throughout the park?
Actually, I think this was around the same time, Donnie. They did this. What were they called? Do you guys remember this? They had Chip and Dale in their dinosaur suits. I forget what they called it, but they remember I was saying, Clay? They had a bunch of like the DuckTales characters, and they were all in like the dinosaur area, and they were kind of in the same basic area. But yeah, you could hit, and there was a Daisy was there, and she was super cute. But they did that in that area, and that was pretty cool. So
yeah, and there used to be an area where you could go and meet Pooh and
all the Pooh characters. Oh, okay, yeah.
But it was all in one building.
Yeah, so
you got a chance to go through all of them.
Magic Kingdom had
nice. That's where I thought it was.
Yeah, it was like Mickey's Toontown.
Yeah. And it was great because you got a chance to meet all the characters at one time.
Yeah.
Have a great time doing that and then move on.
Have you done character meals yet?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
Like I said, we did Akashu's. We did Garden Grill the last time we were there.
There you go.
We did Be Our Guest, which I don't know if you want to call that a character meal. He comes out and
not as much as
so. And we did Crystal Palace with the Pooh characters.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, that's what makes Crystal Palace, though, because when we went, the food wasn't the greatest, but, or Chef Mickey's, we did that last time. character meet and greet, even though it was COVID, was awesome.
Good.
You know, the interaction with them, but the food was, again, not that great. You know, it's still good, but it's, you know,
it's a
compared
buffet.
to elsewhere, they kind of, it's the trade-off because they're giving you an experience. The food's not as good as if you go to a restaurant with just food.
Right. Gotcha.
You know, but.
All right. Good job, Clay. What's something that you've done before that you want to try again?
Yeah, I'm very much like Claire on the I think it was Keys to Kingdom. I've done that one before, and even though, you know, after working there, you've been down in the utilidors, but to be able to see it again as not a cast member and hear some of the background of that, and then they take you backstage where the floats are was pretty amazing as well, and. The people that take you to, you know, see everything are just so knowledgeable about the parks. You can tell they're geeks at heart themselves.
Yeah, the tour guides are pretty special.
They are pretty phenomenal. One of the things I do need to get back on next time I go is I need to give Ohana a chance again, because I went a few years back and didn't have the greatest experience. The food just we went to almost a 9 o'clock dinner or something, and I don't know if we were getting the spoils of the end of the day, but it was not everything expected, and you guys had preached it up, and I had big expectations.
All right.
I'm like, you know, I'm gonna give it another try. Kurt's never sent me wrong.
Oh, yeah, that's a popular one for everybody. That one I could defend pretty well because most people, it gets rated pretty high most of the time. But they've changed the menu too. So, but you know, we got, you know, speaking of the Kesslers, they all gave it a pretty good review on the podcast recently too. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
It's in the Polynesian. All right. Well, guys, I've run out of questions for this round table, and I really appreciate you guys coming on. You did a great job. And now you're super geeks.
Thanks for having us.
You're official super geeks.
Yay.
Yeah, definitely send me a picture and I'll get you into, we have a private Facebook group just for everyone who's been on the podcast. We call it the Super Geek Club. So I'll put you in there and I'll have all the other super geeks welcome you in to the club. So welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Sounds great.
Definitely stay in touch. I hope who's got a trip coming up? Well, we know Leah. Donnie, you got another one coming up?
Yeah, we actually have 2 planned for next year. We have one in January and one in April.
All right. Good job. And then Claire, you got one planned?
I'll probably go spring break, so probably beginning of April.
All right. I wish you were all coming to G3. Clay?
I just got back from land, so probably going to be a little bit before I can do World again, maybe sometime next year later.
All right.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Also looking at Disney Cruise as well, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, reach out to me when you come home. If you want to do a trip report, just you and me, let me know. I'll do my best to get you on the show again. Thanks for listening to the show. Thanks for coming on, guys, and stay in touch, all right?
Thanks for having us on, Kurt.
Thank you.
Kurt. Thanks, everybody.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
I enjoyed listening back to that roundtable. It was fun doing it. I always love editing them and listening back. And I got another one I'm putting together. I had put out a post in our private Facebook group to see if anyone wanted to do a roundtable. And I had like 12 people. So I'm putting together another one. I reached out to some of those that responded to that. But yeah, if you'd like to be on the show, definitely email me at kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. Again, look in the show notes. You see my email and the Traveling Tiara's email. If you'd like to get a hold of us, we really appreciate you reaching out to us. Love getting together with you guys. And we've got some fun coming up with the Grand Geekin Gathering. But hey, how about that intro? That was from a year ago. That was Mama, Auntie Judy, and Deirdre Watts, good friend of ours, in the line for Soren. I don't know when that was recorded. Could have been during a G3 for all I can remember. We have fun when we go down to the G3, but you can have some fun doing an intro for us. It's easy to do. Just tell us your name, where you're from, a fun Disney World fact or two about yourself that you go geeking with Curtis and the whole Geekin family. Email those to me, Kurt.Stone at Geekin on WDW.com, and maybe you'll be on next week's podcast. Do it with your kids. It's fun to do. I love it when you guys email me those. And I appreciate those of you who contribute monthly to our show through Patreon.com. It's a website. Search for Geekin on WDW, and then you can either donate at an annual basis or monthly. And I like to do some bonus episodes. I'm really happy with the couple I put out this week. One was our Zoom call. And I think that was one that had a lot of the Genie Plus information that Dave Youngward, Veronica, and the guys from the Mickey Files podcast too were on that live recording. And we're talking about changing up the dates for G3. But I also put out another live recording from my October trip, a coffee walk. These are live recordings. I get up early in the morning and talk about my day in the parks the previous day. And I thought I'd give you a few minutes preview of what those sound like in case you join patreon.com for those bonus episodes. There was a time when I used to put those in the regular show, but I found people really like those in the patreon.com. So that's what I do. I do a bonus show, usually me walking around my neighborhood, but now I've got some content coming from my trip back in October. So here's a little taste of what you'll get if you join patreon.com.
Good morning, geeks. Oh, our voice is a little bit rough this morning, and I'm getting up for a walk. Too early for coffee. It's like 5:30, and I can't get coffee till 6:30. And it is Sunday morning. Second night staying at the room. It is a gorgeous room. 3rd floor, Destino Tower. Got the mask on. Heading up for a little walk to remember yesterday's day. Pretty close to the elevator. Let's take it down. We ended up having good weather yesterday. That's one thing about Disney World. When you're looking at, in Florida, you're looking at your weather before you come down. And it looked like they were forecasting rain practically every day here. I don't think we got any rain yesterday. It was gorgeous. Had some the first day. Especially getting off the plane, but so far, so good. I'm sure it's going to be quiet down here. Did 21,000 steps yesterday. Legs felt good. Feet felt good. Taking Advil for the pain. But it worked out really well. We had a good time, John. I'm trying my best. He would be lost here if it weren't for me. I gotta say that. And I'm able to give him the VIP tour, the best I can do. Not as good as a plaid, but you know, we got on all the rides that we wanted to, except for Frozen. So we got to well, first of all, I got a huge cinnamon bun and a huge donut before we got on the bus yesterday to go to EPCOT. Well, and even step back a little bit, John and I did the Glenn Kessler instructions, and we got Ratatouille at 7 a.m. Exactly at 7 a.m. He had the world clock countdown for me, and he had fun with it too. But he couldn't believe that with all the instructions, I had good download speed, upload speed, checking all that. We got number 76, I believe it was. 70 something. But he couldn't believe that over 70 boarding groups before us. He thinks there's a conspiracy. I know. It's either random or I don't think the computers are that fast. We sat right outside here where I'm walking by now, down near the bakery. That's where we did that. Got my donuts and cinnamon bun. Oh my gosh, I had sugar all over my hands. And the attendant for the buses gave us a time, like a 30-minute wait. It ended up being about 15-minute wait. Over to EPCOT, we were the only ones on the bus, just him and I. He was amazed. We were second in line after the security to get into EPCOT yesterday. Pretty cool. We were 45 minutes early. So John is a lot like me in terms of his sleep patterns. He was just sleeping and he was just sleeping a little bit right now when I got up, but he likes having a TV on. Just like Margita, so I'm used to that. But I really enjoyed getting over to EPCOT so we could, you got the 30-minute extra, which I told him makes a big difference. It doesn't sound like a lot, but you could really tell. Obviously, then we got held up going into ABBA, playing at Rick's Sports Bar. They had some fun cast members holding us up. But we got into Soarin'. He absolutely loves Soarin'. Never been on Soarin'. Raved about the Soarin'. We went on test track. It was showing a 30-minute wait, but because of the queue that's interactive, and then of course, design your own car. And he enjoyed that, but John is very honest. He likes to tell things like it is. And he did say Soarin' was definitely his favorite. And he just make comments that test track definitely is seeing its age a little bit, but enjoyed that. And then I took Dramamine just so that I could go on Mission Space. And so I haven't rode test track or Mission Space in quite some time. And definitely not the orange. And I made it without a problem. He enjoyed that. And also we said, hey, that was only a 10-minute wait for Mission Space. And then there was a 5-minute wait, so we got right back on. First time I ever did that, and did the Greene mission around the Earth.
Thank you so much for all of you those contribute to Patreon. I really appreciate it. And thanks for booking your trips with Mom and Auntie Judy. I see a bunch of you getting ready to go to this grand Geekin gathering. We had a great meeting on Zoom this past Wednesday, and we had a little suggestion that we change some of the days in the parks. You got to book those parks ahead of time, but this is what it's looking like for February 3rd next year. We're going to go Animal Kingdom. I'm coming in on Wednesday the 2nd. We'll talk a little bit of some of the activities. We even put together a pretty good plan already. I'm sure we'll be tweaking this and setting up all kinds of restaurants and meetups, but we got some of the bigger activities all figured out already, and which parks we're going to be in, which also includes Friday in Magic Kingdom. That way, the families that have kids, especially, I think, was the suggestion they could do the fireworks that night in Magic Kingdom. And a big thing we're changing is EPCOT. The big picture, try to get a nice big family picture with all the geeks all together in EPCOT. That seems to work out as a great picture. And then do some margaritas and nachos over in Mexican Pavilion, walk around World Showcase Saturday on February 5th. We'll do that. And then that dessert party, I'm so excited that we had put together by the community, including Tony Ann and Mandy Ray. Those guys put that together. 75 of us over in France in a dessert party, but that works out really well. Then we'll do the big get together Saturday in EPCOT. If you can do only one day, boy, that would be a great day to do it. To see a lot of geeks all together in the park. That's what makes it so much fun. When we can do rides and attractions together, have some meals together. That's part of the great fun. Meet some friends, especially if you're going solo or just doing an adult only. It's a lot of fun to do it that way. And then Sunday, we're going to finish up at Hollywood Studios. Hopefully, we'll have a great time in Hollywood Studios too. But I'm looking at the list here. On Wednesday, when I come in, Daniel Ginger's birthday. We're going to go around the World Showcase for his birthday. I'm going to try to do that and have a kickoff kind of little reception over at Pop Century, where I'll be staying with Chris Futrell and I were staying there, and we're going to have anyone who will have us get together over at the Pedals Pool Bar. We did that last time. That was a lot. It's a great opportunity to meet some people before the full G3 gets into full swing. But Thursday will be an Animal Kingdom rope dropping Nomad Lounge. We got some ice cream socials with Michael, and we got all kinds of good stuff. Hoop-de-doo review. We're doing a dinner. And of course, you don't have to do everything, but this is some of the things. You got some of the bigger events like the Kessler Run happened in Magic Kingdom on Saturday. Lots of group rides, maybe a group dinner at Ohana. Yeehaw Bob over at Port Orleans that night, and the Monorail Krill during that day possibly going on. We got a nice scavenger hunt for some prizes that Wendy Fox will be organizing with Selena, I think, and Jackie. So that's all, yeah. And I told you already about Saturday, all the big fun going on over there. So birthday party, Kevin and Tony Ann's birthday party, the dessert party. Oh my gosh, it's really exciting. I keep seeing more people joining and things happening and lots of talk going on there. So we'll continue on those Wednesday Zoom calls to fine tune this and dial it in. We got plenty of time. Something really to look forward. Isn't it fun to have a big trip coming up and planning for it? And again, reach out to us if you need some help with your trips, because we're committed to helping you enjoy your Disney World vacation. Just reach out to me or Mom and Judy, and we'll help you book your trip, plan your trip, and help you to have an awesome time. Then when you're back, come tell me all about it on the podcast. Thanks for going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. We love you, geeks. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true.